surprise, surprise. I want to ask about the final scene first. It's not a oner like the end fight from last season, but there are a lot of complicated camera moves and even emotional beats in it. So for both of you, is there any particular part of that sequence that you found the most challenging or you were most nervous to shoot?
Yes.
Fake hyperventilating for a while takes a toll on your lungs, I will say. But hyperventilating in slow motion also takes a toll on your lungs. But no. I honestly, the part in the home dojo was the most challenging. Obviously, there's all this stuff in the house, which was a lot of chaos and a lot of different moving parts. So that's like, you're constantly like thinking through all that. But once we got into the part where it's just, me and Tory in the home dojo, that was a lot. I had to be playing a lot of emotional high stakes at the same time as playing physical high stakes, as we were the first two to take on some weapons.
How was the training for that?
Mine was I basically got handed a bow staff like midway through the season, and they were like, by the way, you're gonna use this at some point. I was like, oh, am I? cool. And then as soon as I was like holding it in my hand, everybody on set became a baton twirler. Everybody's like, oh my God, in high school, I did like flag. In high school, I was a baton twirler. So everybody's like grabbing the bow staff, doing all this cool stuff. I was like, great. I need to learn how to wield that thing.
I feel like we're all children at heart. When you see something like that, you just have to touch it.
Oh yeah, especially because like the one we use like in the scenes is looks like bamboo and all, but the one that I had for training is like red and sparkly and it looks like a double-ended lightsaber, so it's so fun.
Oh, same thing with me with the nunchucks. They were like, all right, they're coming in. The writers kept telling me they're coming in, you're gonna learn it. And I said, okay guys, when the hell am I gonna learn this? Because I know nothing about them and I don't know how to wield these things. I mean, now I'm like, it's so fun to do, but I just wanted more time, which is always a theme. But with the scene in the LaRusso house, I think the most challenging thing was with the oner, you have to keep your energy up the entire time. And my big fight was at the end of it. So I didn't want to mess it up for everyone else and make them go back. And also a couple times, sometimes I get so into it that I actually ended up kicking the wrong place on a person. And I feel like you get so caught up in the moment but that's the fun of it too.
I've heard that if that happens, you just got to keep going with it.
Oh yeah, the show must go on, and it's kind of hilarious sometimes looking back at it. You can see the person's real facial reaction if you pause. It's like, ooh, it's good, it's gold.
I might have heard about a couple of those moments in these interviews, and I'm eager to go back and see if I can pinpoint that frame somewhere.
Yeah.
One last one before I leave you guys, Peyton. I am very curious to know where you think Tory's head is at in the end, because even though she has Kreese and the remainder of Cobra Kai, having lost Aisha, Miguel, now Hawk, is she kind of in a more lonesome place than ever in your mind?
I think so. I think the closer she goes to Kreese and Cobra Kai, the further she gets away from her friends and everything now. I think it's more lonely. And that was where she started to lose me, because I always understood. And that was where I started to go, okay, now I don't know where we're going, but this is a worse place than ever. I feel bad now. And I think I'm going more towards villain territory every episode, I think.